passionately in giving everyone, everywhere, the chance to do their best and feel even better. We believe in you. We're here to empower every beautiful dimension of you. And at Mary Kay, we know we've all got a few things in common. We're all worthy of a community that understands us. We all deserve flexibility, and we should get to run our day instead of it running us. So maybe that's what brought you here to get to know us. Mary Kay has been a groundbreaking, trailblazing company for more than 60 years, and we follow in the footsteps of the original beauty influencer. Like many women in the 60s, Mary Kay Ash was not treated fairly in the workplace, so she made a change and founded a company that gives everyone the opportunity they deserve. Today, Mary Kay continues to be family-owned and continues empowering others in more than 35 countries. We are a company driven by the idea that you can do what you love, be who you want, and earn extra income on your terms. Our idea is powerful in its simplicity. First, Mary Kay creates hundreds of products that people crave. And yes, we win industry awards. Conduct 500,000 tests a year for safety, quality, and performance. Hold more than 1,600 global patents. And products are made in our own global manufacturing and research facility. Because what gets us really excited is how much people love our products. Because your confidence is our obsession. Next, we keep the business model beautifully simple too. Independent beauty consultants are 100% independent business owners. They buy directly from Mary Kay, then sell directly to customers to earn money. That's it. No wholesalers, no middlemen, no one holding them back, period. They enjoy the flexibility to work a Mary Kay business a lot or a little at parties, online, and on social, all while learning life skills from others and getting digital tools to help along the way. And if they're ready to lead a team of their own, they can drive the business as far as they want. Beauty consultants have one of the highest profit potentials on product sales in the world. Plus, at Mary Kay, they are always celebrated. Small wins are recognized, and big accomplishments are richly rewarded by a community of entrepreneurs and corporate employees around the world. Working together, we've also built a long history of giving. Mary Kay and its 4 company-sponsored foundations has given more than $200 million in monetary and product donations since we began tracking our philanthropic efforts. We support life-saving research and survivor empowerment with more than $24 million awarded to cancer research innovation from the Mary Kay Ash Foundation. And we strive to protect the environment by planting more than 1 million trees, powering our global headquarters and manufacturing with 100% renewable energy, and achieving zero landfill site status in our global manufacturing facility. We are a brand with a purpose, and we hope you see the amazing potential we see for a bright future together. This is where you can come to thrive. This is where you can unleash your confidence. This is Mary Kay, empowering women entrepreneurs since 1963. Then, now, always.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Thursday amazing sharing event. We are so excited. We have 146 and growing on here tonight. So thank you for taking the time. And guests, I just want to say thank you for honoring your consultant and being on here tonight to hear more about Mary Kay Cosmetics. So we have an amazing speaker tonight. But before we hear from our speaker, we want to give you a little information about Mary Kay. Okay? So first off, if you are a guest here tonight and at any point in time you decide, I think I just want to kind of jump in and join them, you can type in the chat section, I'm in for free. And when you do that, we will put you in the drawing, okay? We're going to give away 7 free opportunities to join Mary Kay tonight. So that's going to be super fun, super great for you. So if at any time, just type in, I'm in for free, we'll put you in for those 7 free e-starts, okay? Well, my name is Janice Trude, and I am a Global National Sales Director for Mary Kay. I work globally all over the world for Mary Kay. And in a few weeks, I'll be jumping back to Europe again for a couple of weeks. And it's so amazing to see us in 35 countries working worldwide with so many different languages today. So thank you for taking the time to be on. I know that if you're on here and the guest who invited you probably reminded her 20 times today, that was me. I was in college, going to school full time and working full time, and this woman would not leave me alone. So I joined just to keep her quiet. And here I am 43 years later and 22 pink Cadillacs and over 6 million. So never say never, but tonight we want to give you some information so that you can make a decision if this is something that you would like to do. Okay, are we ready? All right, so let's just start with a couple screen shares and then we're going to turn it over to our beautiful guest speaker tonight. So let's just start with one of the most important parts, and this is our beautiful dear Mary Kay. And I'm going to enlarge a few things here so you can see. This is beautiful Mary Kay. Mary Kay started this company in 1963. So you think about it, our company is 62 years old. We've weathered many economic storms, lots of things going on. So Mary Kay started this in Texas with her and 9 of her friends. She probably conned into doing this with her. We did lose Mary Kay in 2001, but we are still a family owned and run business today where Mary Kay's grandson is the current CEO and the president of Mary Kay. Now, this is our global world headquarters in Dallas, Texas. All of our product is made in Louisville, a manufacturing and distribution center that's right outside of Dallas. That's where all of our products are made for 28 of our 35 countries. Our 35 countries get the products that are not from Dallas in their own country. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you. That's our home base. People always want to know where your products are made. They're made in the United States. So I did want to share that with you because I do think that's important. All right, so how do you join this beautiful company? Well, let me just share a couple things. And it's changed a lot since I've been in. I don't think I ever thought I'd see a $35 option. So there's a couple options you can have. First off, there's a $35 option, and those are we're going to be in 7 of those away tonight. The $35 option is for those of you who are on here who just want a 50% discount. And that, by the way, is unheard of. We all, everybody, you brand new and me 43 years later, we make the same 50%. Okay, so I do want to tell you that. But that's mostly for family, friends, personal use, and maybe I'm not sure what I'm doing yet kind of a person. Okay, so with that, you get a welcome packet, you get samples, you get a lookbook, you can choose your language of English or Spanish. All those things are available to you for $35. Now, how many of you need money? Anybody need money on here? How many of you need at least $1,000 or more a month? If you need $1,000 more a month, put your name in that chat section. So I just want to let you know that this $90 option is better. Let me tell you why. First off, it's over $400 worth of full-size products. And you need these for your beauty events, for your ladies' nights out, for all your classes, for your demonstration, for all that. And so you have 2 sets of skincare, 2 full sets of skincare, all your CC creams, your oil for eye makeup remover, your microdermabrasion, your charcoal mask, your mascara, everything you need, your trays, your mirrors, your bag, everything is in here for only $90. So really this is a conversation that you could have with your consultant sales director or myself, and we can guide you to what you want. Okay, we do have people who come in for personal use. We do have people who are out the starting gate making $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 right away. So really just depends on what you want to do. Okay, so that is just a couple things that you might definitely want to see there. Okay, so that is how we do that. And by the way, I did mention the beautiful website. For $35, you do get a beautiful website, and your website is designed by Mary Kay. And so you get your website and all your credit card processing for an entire year. And I just want to share our beautiful website with you because I think sometimes people don't know how impressive this can be. But this is your beautiful website. Find your Mary Kay beauty consultant on here, and she will show you your website. All the websites look the same. You can shop online. You can check out online. You can text this out again in different languages. There's tutorials on here, makeup tips and techniques. There is a new AI foundation finder on here. Lots of great things. We're getting ready for the holidays. This is a beautiful website. And like I said, it's designed for you and all your credit card processing for an entire year. Now, I don't know how much websites cost to make or maintain, but $35 a year, I would say, is pretty inexpensive. So that's your beautiful website. And again, that's a decision. If you're just jumping on now, please make sure you put your name in that chat section. And if you decide that you want to be in one of those 7 drawings, we're giving away 7 free e-starts tonight, type in the chat section, I'm in for free. Make sure you do that because we'll put you in for those drawings, okay? Okay, a couple quick other things and we will get to our guest speaker. And this is the important one here that I love, that Mary Kay really is involved both in the environment and also a company that gives back. You can see here we have more than 1,600 global patents. And I'm sorry if this is fuzzy. Sometimes screen shares are a little challenging. But we have 1,600 global patents. We are in 35 markets worldwide, about to open up 4 new markets in other international countries. Okay. We have zero landfill status. All of our bottles and jars are 100% recyclable, which is really important. We do not test on animals, and we also give back. We have given over $200 million in grants for cancer research, and also for domestic violence shelters. Now, in Europe, we give our money. Each country has their own way that they give back money. And in Europe, we do orphanages. So we do a lot of different things in different countries, but we're a company that not only cares about our environment, but also gives back too. So, which is really important. All right, last thing I want to share here too, before we have our beautiful speaker, is our cars. Who could use a car? Anybody out there? All right. Here are the cars. How many of you could use a car? How many of you could use a car every 2 years? That's been really amazing. I've had 23 cars. People always say, where are they in your driveway? So here's the thing about Mary Kay cars. We get new ones every 2 years. They do pay your tax, license, and insurance, and you pay a $45 a month underwriting fee. How many of you would love to not have car insurance? I haven't paid car insurance since I was 23 years old. Okay, so I have no idea what the cost. I have not had a car payment. I have a new Cadillac every 2 years. Okay, so that's been really great. We have the brand new one out here now. It's called the Cadillac Optic, and it's the new EV Cadillac, the electric one. So there they are there. And I just want you to know that the cars are absolutely amazing. And sometimes guests who are on here, you think, oh, well, it must be hard, or I don't know, or whatever. So I'm just going to ask every director who's on here, would you put how many cars you've earned in Mary Kay? 14. Thank you, Elizabeth. 2 in a year, 9, 10, 9. I want 15. I saw Linda. Oh, look at you, 19, 19, 10 so far. So I want you to see how many people have earned cars in Mary Kay. So these are multiple cars, which is really great. I love the fact that you can have a car. By the way, guests, can I ask you a question? If you didn't have car insurance payment every month and you didn't have a car payment, if you have both, okay? If you have both car payment and a car insurance payment, how much money would you save a month? Okay. How much money would you save a month if you didn't have both those payments? Does anybody want to share an amount? How much would you save? 1,500. Thank you, Lupe. 1,000, 156. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, it's really great to be able to have a nice car like that. And so you never know, right? All right. Well, Chris is on here tonight. And we're going to introduce her, and we're excited to hear from Chris. So, Executive Senior Sales Director Chris Lutz lives in Ohio. I'm not going to try and pronounce that city. She started in 1995, a director in 97. She's had 14 cars in Mary Kay. That's a lot. Okay. She's had multiple gold medals. She currently has 6 offspring sales directors and did over 650,000 this year and earned her trip to Budapest and Budapest this fall. She's been honored as Miss Go Give. Her highest check hasn't been written yet. I always say my highest check hasn't been written yet, and her highest check hasn't been written yet. But the one they have paid her, not including her sales or some bonuses, is over 13,000 in 1 month. Okay, so that is amazing. We have uniforms on tonight. That's because we love our company who gives us clothes to wear. We don't have to worry about that. Besides Mary Kay, Chris loves family time, reading, gardening, motorcycle riding. I knew that's what I liked about you. Walking and people. So please give it up for Chris Lutz tonight. She is on here. I've co-hosted her. She's here somewhere. Okay. Did we find your car? Who's ever got her? There we go. There's Chris. Okay. I'm going to turn it over to you, girl. You can come off your microphone and I'll turn it over to you. So there you go. It's all yours.
Oh, you guys, I'm so glad to be on here. What an honor. I know. I got this message from Janice and I was like, absolutely. I would love to be on. So, as she said, I have been building my business for 30 years. I can't even believe it. But I thought I'd tell you where I was when Mary Kay found me, what almost made me not start. And your story keeps unfolding and it's evolving. So I want to take you back when we used to get engaged years ago, your picture would be in the newspaper and it would announce that you were getting married. And this woman calls me from Mary Kay and says, I understand you're getting married and I would love to come over and do a pampering session or a facial. And I was like, Mary Kay. I said, oh, okay, sure. So she comes over, does the presentation, and it was fun. I had my bridesmaid there. And when she left, this was the only thing I could afford that day, which was a body care buffing cream. Some of you might remember this. And she left, and I never heard from her ever again. And when I grew up, I was very confident. I just thought later, I didn't even know where she went. I forgot about it. And 11 years goes by, you guys. And I get invited to my sister Connie's pampering session on a party on a Friday morning. And I almost didn't go because my littlest one was sick, my little boy. And my grandmother, the grandmother said, I'll watch the baby, you go ahead and go. So I went to the party, and when I was sitting there and she did the facial, this woman did an amazing job. On her flip chart was a picture of her in a red Grand Am going like this. And I said, Oh, Michelle, that is awesome. I thought those cars were pink. And she said, Oh, that's the first car I get to earn. And I had went to school with this girl, and she mentioned right there, she said, You guys, Mary Kay said at every single skincare appointment, there's someone sitting here that would be really good at what I do. Who do you guys think it is? And they pointed to me, and I was like, What? And I said, Oh, that's okay. I like what I'm doing, but thanks. And I kept touching my skin because at that point I was 31, and I thought I should probably start taking care of my skin. I was kind of in a hurry to get out of there. I put the lip liner. We used to have these little baby lip liners. I put them on my eye because I thought it was eyeliner, and I thought my eyes looked really red. And we just had a good time. But the reason I tell you this story is I almost didn't go. Thank God this girl did her job so good, because she handed me this VHS tape. And she said, I want you to watch this. I think you really would be good. You know what? And even if it's not for you, at least you'll know about it in case you ever want to join our team. And she said, It'll help me with my training if you watch it. And I said, Yeah, sure. So I watched it, and I thought, Man, she's in a really good company. And then she said, Well, my director's coming over Saturday. Will you come over and just kind of like we're doing tonight, share a little bit? And she said it would help her. So that was the reason I went. And I left that day as a beauty consultant. And it didn't take me long, because you guys, here's what I heard. And this is what almost stopped me. I said, Well, how do you do this? And she's like, Well, you sign up and you're going to get this kit and you can do anything you want with it. And I said, Well, do you have to hold so many appointments? She said, No. I said, Well, one of my sisters lives in Cleveland, Ohio. Can she order with me? And she said, Yeah, anybody can, anywhere in the United States. And so my brain's going, Okay, okay. And I said, Well, are you going to bug me? Like, I don't know if I can even, I don't have time. I really don't have time. I'm a PTO president at 3 buildings. I do all the bookkeeping for my husband's business, and I stay home with my boys, and I am extremely busy in the community. And she says, Chris, how much time do you think it takes? I said, Well, I don't know. If I do something, I want to be really good at it. She said, Well, how much time would you have next week? I said, Well, next week I might have like 2 hours. She said, Absolutely. She said, just do it. Those 2 hours, do it 100%. And I mean it, you guys. My brain just got a new crease in it. I was like, oh. I said, Well, how much does it cost? And it was $100. And I said, Yeah. I said, Well, wait, what if I hate doing this? She said, The worst thing that can happen is you're going to get cute at half price. You'll know if you like it. And then a year from now, if this isn't for you, just let it dissolve. You'll be a customer again. And I said, Will it help Michelle? And she said, It will. And I signed that day, and I went home and thought, What did I just do? But I was still thinking I was probably just going to do this maybe 1 hour a week, maybe if it worked out. But the thing that shifted me, and I hope you guys hear my heart, came in our starter kit. And I normally don't read books in the car when we're riding somewhere, but we were going to a wedding that weekend, and I read this book. It was 30 years ago, next in like 2 weeks. And I just kept thinking, this is not about skincare and makeup. Yeah, that might be the vehicle, the way that we connect with women and like a mission. But the passion behind her was what I'd been looking for, and I didn't even know it. So from the outside looking in, anyone in our little community of about, 14,000 people, we all know each other. You would have thought, oh, she's confident because I am. I'm easy to get along with. I'm positive. Grew up that way. I was living the golden rule. I put my family first, God, family, and career in that order. But here's what was missing. I was a leader in school. I was like the PTO president or the president of the student council and gathering people and caring about people. But here's what my life was like. And maybe anybody, let me know if you have this going on in your life. Maybe you have, or maybe it's right now. Okay, so I was a wife. That was one cup. A mom to three boys. So there's three more cups. And you line these up and you're like, oh my Lord. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm the bookkeeper for Keys Electric. And then I'm the PTO president for three buildings. I'm an awesome sister. I'm a wonderful daughter. I've lost my mom and dad, but they're all lined up. And I kind of forgot who I was, who Chris was. So I'm pouring like crazy in all these cups. And this comes into my life. And I read that book and I thought, I like the idea of this. And I like how I felt at that appointment. And I said, so you go do these appointments and you get to spend time with women and you get to be a provider, right? Because I said, I don't really want to sell something, but if people try it and I can provide it, that matches my mindset. And I went to my first couple appointments and I got done. And that was when phones were still hooked to the wall. And I said, I don't know if I could do this. I said, I can't do the close part, the end. I said, I would leave and go, hey, everybody, I hope you had fun. I'd start packing up my stuff. And they'd go, wait, we want some stuff. And I'm like, oh, you don't have to. And they're like, we want it. So I went home and I'm a good student. So I said, okay, you're going to teach me how I want to know, like, how do I do that at the end? Because I want to be a provider. And that's why I'm telling you this is a learned skill. And when not finally, when I learned that quickly that all I had to say at the end was, how's your face feel? What was your favorite part? Is there anything that you can't live with? What would you like to start with today? And they'll tell you. And so it was easy then because I thought I'm a provider and it's skincare, body care. It's things we want. Women will go without some things, but not without that. We're recession proof. And so these 30 years later, I can tell you life goes like this. How many of you know it's kind of bumpy sometimes? Fill in the blank. We all have stuff going on. But if I would have waited and said, well, I'll wait until Jordy grows up and goes to kindergarten and the other older boys are older. I'm going to wait until, I've got a lot on my plate. You guys, the busiest girls get the most done, right? That's what we want. And if we're bored, we need something that fuels us and gives us, a reason to make a difference. So I tell people right now, my next 20 will be my best 20. You know why? Because we're on a mission. We seriously are on a mission and we invite you into this mission to make a difference. Okay, so I have like a mantra that I'm doing right now. And I said, we're on an assignment. We're focusing on finding the next generation of business and beauty leaders, women that can be empowered and confident and fuel that. And then we have stronger moms, stronger wives, stronger sisters, and women want to hang out with strong women. We're looking for that, right? We want something that challenges us. We don't want to say later, like, oh man, I wish I would have. And fill in the blank. You may be doing Mary Kay because you want to fund a vacation for your kids this summer, or maybe it's just that you want to pay the electric bill or get extra groceries. You guys, I don't know where else you can do what we do. Have fun. And I'm a freedom and flexibility girl. I like to make my deliveries on my motorcycle. Yeah, they're on my backpack. We have an old Jeep. It's fun. And now I do like my pink Cadillac, but I'm just saying, why not set your own hours? Maybe you like to have lunch with your husband or take walks in the morning. You can. You can write your own story and you can change it along the way. So I'm not a young chicken anymore. I've got 9 grandkids that are around us all the time. As a matter of fact, there's 2 over at the house right now. I'm in my little beauty barn. This is what it's about, you guys. In the end, isn't it going to matter whose lives we touched? Right? Who believed in me when I didn't believe in me? Look at this girl, you guys. This was me in 1997. I think that was my first party. It was at a 7th grader's slumber party. Look, I got a pink beauty coat on. I had some star earrings. I don't know if you can see the little star earrings. I had no clue what I was doing, but I would pray before those appointments. And I still do to this day that Lord, empower me to be good to these people for this next hour, hour and a half that I get to spend with them and show me what to do next. What now? What next? I'm an obedient student. I'm inviting you to be part of this, you guys, because here's the other thing. When life is hard, put your heart in there. When my mom was dying, my customers still ordered their cleansers. She was dying of pancreatic cancer. I could be at her house every day. I didn't have to wait and say, oh gosh, I wonder if I'm going to get fired. I am so grateful that I never gave up. That's the other thing. There'll be days where you're like, you know what? Don't don't give yourself a pity party. Give it you a pity party for a minute, but reach up and grab onto Janice and say, Janice. And she'll say, like, girl, come on, you can do this. You want that girl that's gonna be in your hold on to you. You want that mentor, right? Friends always feel sorry for you and go, oh, a mentor is gonna not leave you where you're at because you need money. But most importantly, during a hard time, you need that good support system. And that comes in your starter kit. I tell people when you get that kit, and I agree with Janice, by the way, the $35 e-start, I mean, yeah, that's good, but you always want to upgrade because look, this kit's big. Not only do you get $400 of the product, but look what else is in it. See if I can do this. Mine's heavy for some reason. We come in your kit. I usually put my head in there during an appointment. I'm like, look, I come in your kit. Can you see yourself working with me? What if we tried it and you liked it? What if you tried it and you don't? You can just still be my customer. But I'm looking for 20 more women. And the next month that would join our team. The company's evolving into some great things that are going to emerge here real soon. Be part of that on a groundbreaking effort to be, it's just going to be so cool, you guys. That's all I'm going to say. But you know what? I don't know. That's what I can tell you. I have 5 kids, 9 grandkids. I've got an amazing husband. We just got back from a trip to Ireland, Budapest. I'm like, Budapest was with Mary Kay. Ireland was with our friends. And I'm thinking, this is crazy. This life is good. So anyway, products is another reason. I can't live without these products. Can you? That's the other reason. Let's save some money, girls. We'll make some, save some, and we'll have some fun along the way. But I don't know. I don't know if you guys have any questions. What could have stopped me was I didn't think I had time. Obstacles were things like life happening because I'm very family oriented. And if we're family oriented, we tend to think we have to put things on the back burner. Like, okay, I'm gonna put this on the back burner. I tell my unit there's no back burner. You know why? No, because when a teacher goes to school and she's teaching children, she doesn't say, "Oh, kids," yeah, she'd get fired, right? She would. She'd get fired. So I just tell them, say, hey, you can throw up on me all you want. You can tell me what's going on. But girl, let's still be good to our customers. We can do that. This is going to pass. Whatever that heart is, God's putting you through this. And it helps us be stronger women, stronger, right? The strongest steel is formed in the hottest fire, but you're never alone. So that's what I can tell you is that, always push through, reach up, push through. Don't go sideways. The naysayers that nah. Put the pink earbuds in and only reach up. That's the best advice I'll give anybody is there's always going to be somebody that says you can't, but I'm always saying, you know what? While someone else is saying it can't be done, there's somebody else doing it. So anyway,
Thank you, Chris. Oh my gosh, you are
happened.
amazing. I love your story, Chris. You know what it is? It's being real today, and just sharing what we do every single day as we talk to women, we make people great. If you noticed, Chris has the pink jacket on. That is the director's jacket. I have a national jacket on. So we have uniforms, which is kind of cool, but we may not have uniforms from the waist down. We might have yoga pants on. I really don't know. But it's so funny when people see us. Yeah, there we go. See? So funny. But it's so great, Chris. And thank you for sharing. Oh my gosh, your story. You're amazing. We appreciate you for sharing. And we're going to take off the recording and keep going. So hang on with us. Okay. So thank you. Thank you. Please give it up for Chris Lutz. Oh my gosh.